Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Rakakudah. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. And I'm going to entitle this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to entitle this video, "And Some to Shame and Everlasting Contempt." This is from Daniel 12 and 2. I'm going to start from the first verse, and I may read down maybe a couple more verses down. The key verse is the second verse. And at that time, and I'm going to show you why I'm reading this. And at that time, show Ma'aka Allah stand up, the great prince, which stands for the children of thy people. The children of thy people are the Israelites. And Michael would be right behind Yahushai. You have, I believe, the Jehovah Witnesses, I know they used to teach this, that Michael is the Messiah. Michael is not the Messiah. How do we know that? If you go to Daniel, the 10th chapter, the Yahushai puts Michael in his place to come to deal with Daniel. Also in Revelation, the 12th chapter, it speaks about Michael. Yahushai will be in front of Michael. Michael, the archangel, will be right behind Yahushai. It says, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people, the Israelites, shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found, there it goes, written in the book of life. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, and this is the great awakening, Ezekiel chapter 37. So we all are awoken, but we lack the breath. Some to everlasting life, which is the kingdom, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. I'm not going to read anymore because I don't want to make this long. But now let me go to the NLT. At that time, Michael, the archangel, who stands guard over your nation, will arise. Then there will be a time of anguish greater than any since nations first came into existence. So this is Jacob's trouble. This thing that's getting ready to come, this judgment that's getting ready to come, which is going to be finalized with the missiles completely destroying America. The very earth will be the very earth will quake at the time. That's talking about the missiles hitting this place. But when I say place, I'm talking about the U.S. But at that time, every one of your people, the Israelites, whose name is written in the book, will be rescued. That's the same word synonymous with save, salvation. Many of those whose bodies lie dead, they lie in the street of the great city. Revelation 11, Ezekiel 37, will rise. Ezekiel 37, Revelation 11, some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting disgrace. So now let's pull out some words here. Let me come back to the King James. I want to deal with these words, everlasting and contempt. Everlasting is Iwalam. Which means Iwalam, which means long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, everlasting. Now it says long duration. So it can mean, like the scriptures refer to us as being in this condition forever, everlasting. No, it's not everlasting. It's just for a long duration. evermore, perpetual, ancient time, long time, of past, of future, forever, always, continuous existence, perpetual, everlasting, indefinite, or unending future, eternity. Now let me look at some of these precepts here. Right. My and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man. It's talking about for a time. Because there was a time where he didn't strive against man, and man went off and he strived against him or fight against him. Okay, this is a good one. Genesis 9, verse 16. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look up upon it that I may remember the everlasting covenant. So that's everlasting. So the rainbow is going to be in the kingdom. Let me try this one. Genesis 17:7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant. Now remember, there was a second covenant. So this covenant is not an everlasting one. The old covenant will wax old and be pushed to the side, and new covenant will come in. So everlasting, or um, yeah, everlasting does not mean everlasting all the time. It means for a long duration, to be a power unto thee and to thy seed after thee. Okay, let's try this one, 8th verse. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all of the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their power. Now, are we in that land? No, we're not in that land. So we were in that land for a long time until we got put out. So let me go to the root of that word, which is Ilam. All right, it means secret, concealed. All right. We'll come back. Now, the reason why, let me deal with the word contempt. Let me deal with the word contempt. Dara awan. Dara awan. Abhorrence, which means to abhor, repulse. So contempt means you're going to feel bad about yourself. But is it going to be everlasting? No. So that's not talking about hell. So it says, and many of them, the Israelites that sleep in the dust of the earth shall arise, awake, some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So they're going to feel bad in the kingdom. The ones that's going to wake up in the everlasting life are the ones that's going to receive the kingdom. They're going to go right from this kingdom to the next kingdom. And then the others are going to come back in reincarnation. They're going to come back to our babies. None of them are going to hell. So anyway, I did all that to do this. Okay, this is a video. Building 7, I'm sorry, building 7. M phone DC. So he says this. Okay, it says, who were the Hebrews? Ancient Kemet, Rome, and the historical Hebrews. So now, if you watch this video, which if I remember, I'll leave in the description box. And he's been featured on Soneta's show. He's from out of Harlem, and he's on that comedic tip. And he's basically saying, and he sounds sincere, and he's basically saying, he's going into the history, how I believe he said the Canaanites helped the Israelites, and that we shouldn't hate Africans because they helped us, they saved our lives in the history. So he's saying it like he's actually a Hamite. He's not a Hamite. He's not a Kemet. He's not a Canaanite. He's an Israelite. And I guarantee you, if he was born in a Christian household, most likely. He found some people, he liked what they taught, and he followed them, and he became that. They told him, well, you are ancient Kemet. So he believed it, like all you Jakes do. You believe that ancient Kemet stuff. But like I said, he sounds sincere. It's like, why are you getting against us Hamites? We help you and we love you. This is the point. The point is this. You are not a Hamite, period. You are not a Hamite. So in the kingdom of heaven, you ain't going to walk around talking about you Kemet, and you're going to wear the Kemet garbs, and you're going to say Hotep. Ain't going to be no Hotep in the kingdom. You're going to know that you're an Israelite, and you're going to be in contempt for a while at the fact that you were constantly pushing that Hamitic stuff. All of y'all that's in the Kemet. Like y'all, let's have a debate. It ain't about a debate. We ain't going to have a debate. We've been having debates. The Israelites have been having debates with the Kemet, the Soneta, and the Belites, and the various different Jabaris, and from back in 2012. This is 11 years. Ain't none of us stepped over to the Kemet side, and ain't none of y'all stepped over to the Israelite side. So what's the goddamn point? There is no fucking point. But you know what? You can't wake this guy up. He really believes he's a Hamite. He really believes he's a Hamite. He's not a Hamite. And in the kingdom of heaven, he's going to have his head down, but we're going to pat him on the back and say, don't worry, brother. You're going to be all right. Because in the kingdom, you're going to have Kemetic and Hamitic slaves. Anyway, like I said, I was going to make this short. With that, I'm going to say shalom.